I'm just starting the recording. Hi, Sarah. Sarah?
Yes.
Hi.
Hi.
Sarah, we hear you, we don't see you. So
you don't see me?
No, probably you will have to just click the camera button at the bottom of the screen.
Okay.
Probably it's off, so you need to turn it on.
All right.
Oh, right there.
Hi, Sarah.
You can now see me?
Now it's perfect, Sarah.
Perfect.
Hello.
Hello.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too, Nohila.
I'm Noelia.
Noelia, yes.
Hi, Sarah. I'm Uja.
Hi, Huda.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
So what time is now in Kenya, Sarah?
Now in Kenya is 12:47.
Okay.
47 minutes past 12.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Cool. What's the rainy season going? You told me that there was a lot of rain coming the last days, right? How is
yes.
it going?
There were a lot of rains, but as for now, there are no rains.
Oh, wonderful. That's so wonderful. That's so nice. So just to let you know, Sarah, I'm recording the interview already. So we are recording and then we are ready to start. I will be making the basic questions, and then from there we can just intervene anytime you want. Uja will just ask you also questions, but I will try to moderate the conversation a little bit, so to cover all the points, the basic points that we want you to talk about. Okay?
All right, Nohila, but I will first say I am very sorry.
Why?
Because I was late for the interview. It was to start by 12:30.
It's okay. It's okay. I'm not in a hurry. Are you, Uja?
Thank you for understanding.
I'm not in a hurry, so it's fine. When you just get to connect with people from different parts of the world, you can't be, I mean, it's impossible to be in a hurry. You just need time and just, you know, little by little, and just give it like caring time. So no problem for me.
Thank you.
Not a problem for me.
Okay.
Okay, Sarah, so let's start.
Yes.
Sarah Mike, and what is your project Friends of Mother Nature like?
Okay. As we have been talking, my name is Sarah Mike, and Sarah Mike comes from Nithi, Kenya. I am married, yes, to Mike, and we are blessed with 4 children. We have 2 girls and 2 boys. So, Sarah, I started this group of Friends of Mother Nature. Yes, when I come to the project now. And Friends of Mother Nature is a community-based organization. It is a group formed by 16 members, but we have now enlarged the group to a bigger number, and we are there also to enlarge it as we continue. So my idea was, because I am the vision carrier in this, and then as you know, you cannot carry an idea alone. So I had to give it to my friends who had a common interest, and then we found.
She's been frozen there for a minute. Let's see if we can recover. Let's see.
Connection.
Yeah.
Sorry, someone was calling my phone.
It's okay.
Someone.
No, it's fine.
Okay. So I was saying, Friends of Mother Nature. Now my idea was I am there to empower women and to improve their livelihoods. So we registered and we came together with a common knowledge of improving our livelihood through agribusiness and through empowering women to know their rights and also to educate them. So because of the gap that is in our community, that is why I was inspired to generate such an idea. And I have been a victim one time when I was in school, and this thing grew in me that I may touch a life for another woman when I grew on and when God blesses me to reach to that capacity. So when I grew, that's the time I came up with that idea of Friends of Mother Nature. And the name means taking care of the nature. Nature comprises of several things. There are trees, there are human beings, and that is why I generalized this name to Friends of Mother Nature, that I can have friends. Everyone is a friend to make sure that the nature enjoys its rights. So in this place, I targeted a group of women because our women are very disadvantaged. And I have been showing how to help them according to the activities that they are very much attached to. For example, in my area or in Nithi, most of the women are their managers. They take care of their homes, they take care of their farms, and I saw it was good for us to go on the line of agribusiness that would change the whole life. So when we started a small group where we were looking for the market for the products which we normally farm depending on the rainy seasons, because we don't have water in our community. The water, the irrigation water are very rare, so we wholly dependent on rain season. So whatever we have been farming is more of cash, more of food crop, and that is why now I was trying to introduce a cash crop to them. And at first we came with a sunflower farming that would give them some cash, but the project did not go very well. As you know, sometimes starting up something, it's very challenging. So the sunflower project did not peak at once as I wanted. So as I was looking for partners to assist my dream come true, I came to Safaricom Foundation, and Safaricom assisted us to get inputs by leading. They were leading the group. I and around 6 groups, and we were being given inputs, and then they would also buy at a very good price. So that is how we started now, slowly by slowly, and we were farming our own lands. Like for example, where I am married, there's a land, so we would farm from that land, and then we would sell to Safaricom, and then they would deduct their inputs because they had just given us a debt that we would pay after production. So because I have been always saying we have to work hard and make this project a reality, I have been looking for a better way of farming, because when there are no rains, it means we have no product, we have nothing. And most of our women are illiterate. They are not very much learned. Like for example, in our family, we are 3 girls, and I was the first girl to go to school. So no, we are 5. The first 2 girls were not fortunate enough to get education, because that was the understanding of our parents at particular time. So when God blessed me to get a little education, and when I got married, so I got to further my education because I loved education. So because most of our women in our community are illiterate and some others semi-illiterate, you have to take them according to the standards they are in to improve their betterment or to improve their lives. So when I contacted the Safaricom, they provided us with that market, they provided us with the inputs, then that was like that. So I went further to look for another market. I also contacted Bidico Company Limited. They do well extracting. So they also gave us a contract to farm for them, but still we earned a lot of charges because of inputs and organizing such like things. So that is the time now we came with an idea also of looking for an irrigation scheme where we can now have a product that we are now able to farm continually without fail. I contacted National Irrigation Scheme, and because it is a government body, they only promised me to give me 5 boreholes where we can connect that women. From Amboaho, we would just get a region of 30 women in that region and provide drip irrigation that the water can be sufficient for all of them. So that is now what is in place at this particular time. The national irrigation came on the ground. They did a tour to our sites where they want to drill the boreholes for us, and now we are waiting for the water. As for now, we are only doing market. We are doing. We are making sure that our farmers, whatever they farm, at least they have a good market. It is properly bought on a good price. So these women, I'm still with them because we work on a cluster group, a group of 25. Or that there are groups that are organized as 25 members, all that members. And we also touch even outside the women. We sometimes involve a few men just to assist us where we are not able. So currently what we are doing, I wanted, when we come up with this water, and we educate these women on how to do online marketing. We want to improve the digital marketing because of the competition, stiff competition that is there of the market. And we want to make sure that, for example, when we connect 30 women, because by the end of it all, I will have connected around 150 women, they shall be able to make sure that their product as a customer during the planting time. Because, like, for example, when you are in Netherlands or my sister is in a country, she is able to see that Sarah's farm has a tomato and she's now planting a tomato, and within 2 months, the product shall be ready. So my product shall be having a customer at the start of it. We are now very sure that we are able now to improve their livelihoods because our women shall be having some money in their pockets. They shall be able to take care of their children. Now, when I was also thinking of irrigation, I also thought of maybe rescuing these women, because at times when they fetch water, ours we go for water very far distance, carrying a 20 jerrycan tin on your back. You may walk like 2 to 3 kilometers. And you can imagine that 1 jerrycan of water is the one that is going to be used for cooking, for washing clothes, and then you can imagine the distance. So, and at times, these places are not very secure for women. They go through very many challenges. I was also considering to do a sustainable project whereby these women, they will have good time on their land. They will not have to waste their time going to fetch water and then the day is gone. So when they have water, they will save time, and they will also not be as tired as they had. And because we are the managers of everything in our home, we shall have good time now in our home, and our life won't be changed. So that is the Friends of Mother Nature. And for me to complete now, because we have this irrigation is called Mama Connect.
Mama Connect.
Mama Connect, because we are connecting from one lady to the other lady. So we are Mama Connect. It is a Mama Connect project.
That's so nice.
Yes.
Sarah, just a quick thing. Uja, can you see Sarah? Because I can't.
I can't see her either.
Okay, your image, yeah, just we hear you, but the image just disappeared for a bit. Now it's perfect. Now we see you again.
You see me now?
Now it's
yeah.
perfect. Uja, I'm not sure if you agree with me, but how amazing it's to see women with such strong will.
Thank you.
Yes,
Awesome.
absolutely. You know, by reading, you can't get some impressions, but I can see that it's something really, really deep, and she gets emotional talking about what motivate her to start, and yeah, I can truly relate on that, having been myself from a conflicted region. So I totally understand what you, I mean, where you're coming from and all the energy you're putting in that project. And yeah, I just can, all I can say is thank you for sharing this with us. You can, it comes from a deep place inside you, and yeah, we're here to listen. We're here to, yeah, to see how we can I mean, support that. But yeah, I let Noelia lead the conversations, and I'm really excited to hear more about it.
Absolutely, absolutely. Sarah, you mentioned first of all that your idea is to empower women, right? With water, with technology, with seeds. It's a very ambitious project because it covers many aspects from one same community. So it's not about trying to solve one issue or one problem or one gap in the community. It's trying to cover many gaps in your community. I know, I'm surely this comes with a lot of challenges. So can you just please mention some of the challenges you have to face? Because I assume that you're the head of the project. So my feeling is that you're dealing with all that as being the face of the project on your own mostly. So you're fighting on your own. I mean, with a lot of people around you, but it's you, the one trying to fight and knock on doors and trying to open doors for you guys.
Yes, thank you, Noela. Yeah, it has a lot of challenges, I started struggling with this idea back 2016, and I think 2022, no, the year 2019 is when I got the first Safaricom to support me. So one of the challenges that I go through is balancing my family and myself, because I'm a woman, and you know, being a mother, you are expected in your home, and also this project really needs me so much. So I am so challenged sometimes, but eventually I try to balance my time to the community and then my time to my family. Another challenge is that getting the right partner to maybe support you, because there is no way I can work alone this idea. And bearing in mind that the community that I'm taking care of is just with very low income, it doesn't make sense for you to ask them to contribute. So it is upon me to source for the resources, ideas, and everything else that is needed to make this project come into being. So it is also another very big challenge that that really touches me. Another challenge is the resources themselves. Yes, the resources, they are minimal, but we strive hard to make sure that whatever little we have, I utilize it nicely. And at times I go into my pocket so much that I may make this thing come into being. There are so many challenges. There are so many challenges because even though I don't work alone, I have people whom we work with. At times we do some meetings, like I had shared with you in the month of July, I would want to have a way of raising some finances through doing a marathon. Yes. Maybe to make us correct some funds for some boreholes, because I am not stopping at only 5 boreholes. My community is big. And you see, when you help one woman, you always see so many people coming to contact you. Sarah, can you also consider us? Can you also not consider her? So I may not do to everyone, but eventually I will raise funds to make sure there are a few boreholes in that can serve many or a bigger number. Another challenge that now I may mention is that because of the illiteracy, also it's a gap that challenges me. Communicating to these people and make them understand what you have that you may work with them. It also takes a lot of time to convince them, and maybe they trust you. People to build trust with you, it is also another very big challenge as a woman. You know, people don't trust women. Yes, they really don't trust women. They think women cannot make it. So it is.
We were just talking before you connected. We were just talking about that with Oja.
Yes. So people, when they hear like this is a very big project, but they hear it's a woman who has generated hate, you know, there are men who really put you down. People don't even take it seriously. It is also a challenge, but we also overcome it. So Noida, there are so many challenges, but I know they are not challenges to overcome me. They are challenges for me to overcome, because I'm strong and I know what I want at the end of it all. Yes.
Where did you start? Where did you study, Sarah?
Because
when did I assume that you had to leave the community for a while and then come back, right?
Yes. When did I start?
Where did you go to study? Because I just read somewhere that you've got a bachelor, right?
Yes, I have bachelor's in project planning and management.
Planning, right?
Yes. Okay. I did not go very far from my home, but I studied in a nearby town. But it's about 50 kilometers from my home. So I was at a place where my husband works. So in fact, I committed to study over the weekends. I have been going to classes on weekends, from Friday 8 in the evening, Sunday and Saturday. Okay. So I studied over the weekends and I graduated in the year 2022, just last year. That is when I graduated.
Oh,
yeah.
No.
Yes.
That's so close.
Yes, just last year. So, but I thank God that I was able to graduate and to get that knowledge and skills. Yes.
That's such a big effort, because it takes a big personal toll, right? To deal with so many things on your plate at the same time. And I'm sure it's hard.
Very hard.
That's so nice.
Thank you.
It takes a lot of motivation to be on all these fields at the same time.
Yes.
Totally. You also mentioned land, Sarah. It's the essential resource in your project, in the whole project, and for the community. When Ojo and I were just preparing this talk, we were wondering who owns the land that you are cultivating, because we were not quite sure it was a communal land or it was like, everyone had their own land. So we were not quite sure about where does the land come from, who owns it.
Okay, the lands that we've been using before, they are our own lands. They are our own lands. But there are some women who are truly challenged, because in our community, for example, when you get married and you disagree with your husband and come back home at your father's home, you are not regarded anymore. So they may be wishing to have some land to farm, but unless they go out and hire some piece of land. So at times, some hire some land and others use their own lands. But the project that I am doing, they are the women who use their own land. Like myself, I do an acre that we have agreed with my husband. Let me do this for the project, and we are in agreement. Because at last, when we get the finances from this land, it will come back to the family. So he has no problem with offering me a land, and these women have also been given lands by their husbands, which they also call their own, because if you're married to that family, it is your land. Yes, that is how we say. As far as you are not, you are part of that family, you are given a piece of land or you farm. As I said, most of the women in our community are the managers of even these lands, because some men even left to look for jobs in town. So women are left with these farms to work on them.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I understand.
I just have a question.
Yes.
I'm sorry, sir. I did not introduce myself. I'm joining actually from Dakar in Senegal, and I'm myself an entrepreneur. And just like I said, I come from a community just like yours in the south of Senegal, and we do have these same issues. But there's always a risk that the land comes back to the family of the husband when something happens. If we God forbid, but if there's like a death, the land comes back to the man's family. Is that the case with your community?
Okay. Yes. You talk of, for example, when a wife loses a husband.
Yes. Does she have to
Yes.
give back the land?
No. It depends. It depends. Not everybody. There are some who, when their husband passes, maybe they are in a family that understands, and there are some who are kicked out of their family. So it depends. It depends with the family. Yes.
Okay.
And I assume that the circumstances of these women, just they come from very different backgrounds.
Yes.
And are they all willing to participate? So are they all willing to just progress and be part of this community project that you are just leading? Or you still have to convince someone against their own, limitations? Because sometimes we are our own limitations, we are put our own limitations. So it is easy for you to just face with or to not convince them, but to gather them. Is it easy for you to just see their support and their willingness to advance and progress as a woman?
Okay. According to my project, I will say that the women are really willing. These women have lived in very, very many problems. So when they see someone like me, they see like a savior. So they really embrace. But even though sometimes I have to do a lot of trainings to them to know what we are doing. But in everything you do, you cannot get 100% support. There are some who don't understand what to do, that we need also to make them understand. And those who were left when we were starting are now trying the way they can maybe be in the project, but we have already moved steps. So that's what happens. In fact, my community really embraces this project. Like, in fact, for the Mbwahos, I'm not even able to satisfy the need, because everyone would want to be relieved from carrying those jerrycans of water. And I don't do much. Then group leaders now help me, because now in every group I have group leaders whom I work with, and they assist me.
Okay, so you're delegating, no? So the project
I delegating, yes. I delegate.
Delegate.
Yes.
That's a good sign that the project is working.
Yes, I delegate.
That's so nice, because I assume that it's about putting a lot of walls down you know, community walls, social walls, believing walls, even personal walls, no? So it takes a lot of courage and effort and struggling and fighting against these, I assume, much higher walls, no? That societies and communities like this live in.
So you see, because I sometimes bring them people from outside, I do not like to be so monotonous to them that they may lose my taste. So, for example, if one time happens, I welcome you, you come and talk to these people, they will just remain to ask me, Sarah, can you bring us some other people? Can you? So I work with the with the visitors. I just bring so many people to enlighten them, because the more I bring different people, the more they get different ideas, and the way they are confident with me that I have networks. Because with networks, you can bring so many people with very, 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 very building or encouraging ideas to make these women stand, because that is what they really need. Yes.
And where do children fit in the project? Because children are also a huge part of the community, and many of these women have children of their own. So how do they fit? How do you just put the two things together? They go to school, they also participate, you make them participate somehow. How do you manage children and their responsibilities? Because they have responsibilities towards the children and the home, or...
Okay. For the project that I have, we have not yet involved the children, unless maybe then groups can, maybe you can ask your child to assist you, like pick the tomatoes when they are ready. Or maybe they can help us and do some aggregation. For example, on weekends when we are harvesting, they can assist us. We can take a little of their time to assist their mothers in some areas. Because like when we are doing, let's say like planting, and you have your daughter here, she can't just keep on looking at you. She'll just come and assist you in planting, in weeding, in maybe spraying. That is because we do spray. Yeah, we do spray our crops. And also during the harvesting time, he assists us in such like ways, but we don't interfere with their school time.
Okay.
And at night, we don't interfere with the time for their homework assignments. We don't. So we only involve them in some very partial time.
Yeah, I was more like talking about this, not making them like an active part of the project, but as in how to manage, no, being a mom and having children on your own and being in the project, no, and running your home, and then. But it's nice that you embrace them and you make them participate, because no, the benefits of and the success of this project, it's also helpful for the future generations.
Yes.
Create some steady base.
You know, as I told you that women are the managers of the homes, even some women, especially with our projects that we do, this project helps these women to make sure that the education of these children is in place, because most of the women are the ones who pay school fees. And when a child truly knows that it is my mother who struggles for my school fees, he or she has to assist you in whatever you do to make sure that the fee is available. Yes.
That's so nice. Oja, do you have any questions?
Oh, okay. I may not have such like a question, but I'm grateful for putting me into this session, because it is also helping me to learn a lot. And this project is still some way to go until now. You get to see that whatever it is in my mind, you get to see it as a picture, because I want, when you come to Kenya, to see this project and see truly what Sarah was speaking, it is now in practical. Yes, because I'll be very happy when I'll get a borehole and these women are connected. They are able now to manage their homes without a lot of strains. They are all sort of danger. And maybe my sister saying that their place is almost as my place, but I think Tharaka Nithi is more worse. I think it is more worse, but we are trying to work to make it better for women to survive. Yes.
That's so nice. And we were also with Ocha, we were also talking about the institutional support. Are you just receiving any help or any support from local authorities in anyhow or
No?
no?
No, any local authority has already intervened, but as I was telling you, there is no any local institutions has ever given us money, but they have supported us indirectly, like with input, like with workshops, they have really supported us in several other ways, but we are still looking for institutions to come in because we have written several proposals, and I want to believe that like I told you, when I went to the national delegation, they told us they are supporting us with the BOWs. That is like funding us, and we are very happy for them. And still, we are looking for other organizations that can come in and also drill BOWs, not necessarily finances. If they come and drill us water, our finance will come from our input. That's what we are after. When we get computers to train our women, I know with this knowledge, we are able to get a good market, and we are able to get our money from our product after we get these laptops, and we get someone to stand with our tutor to train these women. Then we know we have eradicated that digital gap, and then we are able to make a better market for us. And I would want also to hand that it is not only the club that we want to market. We want to market so many things that women do. There are women who are doing very nice weaving, and the same platform can market those nice weaving for the old women, like the ones that are over 60s, they cannot work on farms and they're able to weave. When they weave, we can still market for them because we have the online knowledge. So we have not been supported with the finances, but people have supported our idea in so many other ways. Yes.
That's so nice.
Have you tried to reach to those authorities? Have you tried to get some loans? And like, do you have debts actually?
Like?
Have you tried to reach out to those authorities? I mean, those local Kenyan authorities, or have you approached some some financial institution? Like, do you have loans or stuff like that?
Okay, yes. There is a time we wanted to get a loan as a group, but we declined. We were not able to meet the threshold that the bank wanted, because I wanted them to support us with inputs. Because like one of the institutions that we are farming for, the sunflower, it is called Rafiki Pay. We are producing, they're extracting sunflower oil. When you come, you'll visit our shop where when they extract the oil, we also sell this oil. So we did not succeed to get a loan, and we have not maybe thought of getting a loan any other time. But I am trying to give them ideas on how we can maybe request for a grant, because when the time I had issued this Safaricom loan, I got a lot of challenges because some of the farmers got some brokers in between, and they sold their product, and I was not able to correct the 100% Safaricom loan. So I was very afraid of entering into another loan, and then we failed the bank. So it is also a challenge. Until now, I'm getting some. I want to, maybe we get some grants, then when we come up, they'll be able to be having their product by their own. I have not taken any loan, and I don't expect to get any loan in a near
I think Sarah was just frozen now. I think she's frozen now. Quite interesting, right, Oja? It's a very, very interesting project.
Yeah, absolutely. It gives a totally different view from, I mean, a very different perspective from if you just read the script and the report. It's much enriching to get to talk with the person.
Totally. It's totally. I don't know what's happening. That she's
probably her connection.
Probably. Maybe she's been called, you know, because the previous freezing was because she just received a call. Maybe she just received another call again. It's just like it's so amazing to see such, you know, I think that she's, of course, she talks about the community around and everyone around, but I have the feeling that she's fighting on I mean, on many fields on her own.
On her own, absolutely. Yeah. And you see from the view we had at the beginning, we were like, oh, she's trying to do so many things at the same time. But obviously she's able to delegate, and she's able to lead the whole thing by herself. And which is amazing actually. And I would have never guessed that she just graduated, and she's so resilient.
Totally. Yeah. When we read about the bachelor degree, I just assumed that it was like an earlier graduation. Right? Yes, but that's but how do you manage to do all that?
Okay.
We are all back.
Yes.
That's so nice.
Yes.
So wonderful. That actually the technological problems that we had really just are the nicest cue to ask you the following question we wanted to know. It's how do you manage with IT resources and IT technology, because you mentioned a tech lab. So how's it going? And we were really wondering, where did you get your computers from? How do you just get, you know, the network connection? We were really interested in knowing a little bit about how you just connect, technologically speaking, all the project.
Okay. It was just an idea to start a tech lab because of the need of the market. So we only discussed in the meeting that we needed some computers to train the women. And now we are at the stage of sourcing for finances to buy around 10 laptops, where we can be training 10 women in the morning, 10 women in the afternoon. And we intend to take around 6 months to train these women in beds. So not really that we have already started one, but we are now moving towards that because we were sourcing for the scenes, we were preparing our lands, and when we had a lot of challenge with our rains, we did not have good harvest for us to buy these laptops. So this time we are sourcing for people who can stand with us and support us, at least have 10 laptops.
Okay, Ojo just told me you can't see me.
I can see you. Yes,
okay.
Me, I can see. Can you see me?
Ojo, can you see me?
No, I can't.
Oh,
Maybe
Sarah, yes.
Yes, so, I can. I can see you, Ja. Yes.
Sure. Let's do something. Ojo, just disconnect and connect again. Sometimes it's just a connection problem. So just in again. That's so interesting, Sarah. That's so
yes.
And do you have associates? So I assume that it's not you teaching them. So you also have helps for someone external coming and helping with the technology, or someone from the community who is really, because we were just in awe with your strength and your capacity to just organize and manage all this. but I assume that you have help, like coming from some teachers or some people willing to just help. How do you manage that?
Yeah, we've managed by taking some students to the nearest technical schools to get some basic knowledge, and we were thinking it would be better for us to have our own. So at first we've been having people coming in and go to just for a period time to synthesize on this digital technology. Like the time we were purchasing input from Safaricom, it was only online. So they were not able to access, so we were assistant. We had a group of IT people coming from Safaricom to come and teach these women. So we've been just having a few people come at once and go. Yes.
I'm sure that must be difficult because with you mentioned that some of these women have some illiteracy background. Yes. So teaching women technology concepts, women or whatever, any human being, but teaching them technology concepts when there is a lack of literacy and education, which is like really deep and troublesome. It can't be easy. It can be easy to just one thing on another.
Yeah, it can't be easy, and not every woman that we are training the high T. There are who can catch up with high T, and others cannot completely. Okay. So we only pick those who are now able, and that we can see they are able to catch up with the technology, because there are who are not even blessed to go up to high school, and these people, it will be very difficult for them to be introduced to the high T. So that is why I am picking the number of women that can easily pick the technology. We train them that they can be assisting these other women online marketing. They will be maybe searching for the market for the other women that are not able to catch up with the technology. Yes.
No, that's very interesting. No, yes. It's important to know your own limitations, your own capacities, yes. to explode them to a max, right? It's so important to know what you can do, what you can't do.
Yes.
Totally. Absolutely. Yeah. And so what's the next step for your project?
Okay. The next step of my project is that when we bring in praise the boroughs, we are now able to have a sustainable project. And from there, I wanted us now to make sure that every woman who has who is a Mama Connect has to plant for us around 50 trees to change the environment, that the rains can also be being attracted by the trees. We can have a good carbon, and also it is a way of getting money, because when you plant these trees, also there are some people who are maybe paying people because of planting many trees, which is now we are going to now come to the whole thing of our project, which is environmental conservation. So our project, I think, has three main things. It has agribusiness, it has Mama Connect, and it has environmental conservation. So those are the main areas that we want to venture into. And when I was starting Friends of Mother Nature, our aim was to conserve environment, but we are conserving environment in the other way around, not direct. People come directly to plant trees, and when they plant these trees, they don't manage them because of lack of finances. They don't manage them because of lack of water. So that is why we came first, we bring water. Secondly, we have income generating project. So when we plant trees, these women will have no reason as to why they cannot maintain a tree to grow into maturity. So that is the system that I have in. And I want to make sure in the next 2, 3, 4 years, the environment of our area, people will just be coming to tour to see the projects of irrigation, the project of forests, And because every woman will be in a small forest of some trees, which she's going to manage. So I think we are carrying a project that is going to change the whole community in the next 2, 3, 4 years. And I want, by the time it comes to 2, 3, 4 years, we have touched more than 5,400 to 4,000 livelihoods of the women in that region, and it will be possible. Yes.
That's so amazing, right?
Yes.
It's really, really amazing.
Vision. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
I really like the way you see things. So, and you actually covered my next question, which was why do you see yourself in five years? So, yeah.
And on a personal capacity, Sarah,
Yes.
how do you see yourself in 5 years? I mean,
in my
regarding your project, not regarding the community, yourself in a personal capacity.
in personal capacity, I think in the next 5 years, I would have grown my dream. You know, me. It is the dream that I carry for my children, for my husband, for my community, and I think when the community grows, I've also grown. So I think in the next 5 years, when I have also farmed and got some finances, I think I will be. I will be how now. How do I describe myself? Because I'm not able to describe what I will be by 5 years, but I must be a leader who will be recognized by the family and by the community in the 5 years. I might be silent for now because I'm struggling, but in the next 5 years, I think everybody will be knowing that I have leadership skills, and I will be a better person in my livelihood. My children will have maybe gone to good schools because I'll be able also to take them to good schools and look for good jobs for them. And I think I will also be at a good position. Yes.
That's so nice. I'm sure that you will.
Yes.
But
Yes.
I have another question. How do you intend to make yourselves known? Because I understand that you were not on social medias until Noelia asked you to. So
Yes.
how did you intend to make yourself known, especially on
Oh.
the internet, where most of the
I'll start by saying that as the Bible says, my people perish because of lack of knowledge. I think I was in a certain darkness, in a certain doom, that I did not introduce myself to social medias. But I have been struggling for quite some time to start up a website. That is what was my mind first, before even social medias. But the time Nohira sharpened my mind that I can also have an Instagram, I can also have a Facebook, I came to realize, yes, this is a good thing. If I do this, I can be known. And we were just doing for helping ourselves. So we didn't know of publicity. And I think this is why we did not even gotten so many people to stand with us, as they would see what we were doing from the social medias. And so I'll say I failed for the last years here, but not from the day we talked with Noira. I have done tremendously in social medias, and I think my website now is complete also. I'll give you link that you can see what we've been doing. Yes, so I think as from now, we are going to publish ourselves through the social medias. I'll not shy off from social medias anymore.
Oh, that's so nice. It's really important.
Yes.
It's hard work to keep up in social media because it requires a lot of work actually.
Yeah.
But I assume and I believe it works well. So I mean, it pays well the effort you have to put into social media to see the results you can get.
Yes.
Right, Ocha? It's like social media is so important.
It's very important, yes.
It is.
Yes.
It is absolutely. Yeah, you can't do without.
You can't do, yes.
Catch up and be visible. Yeah, and it might bring a lot of happy rituals actually.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Sarah, our Coachability Foundation is based on creativity.
Yes.
So from what I've been like sensing from what you say and from your words, you are a very creative person.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
So how do you get your inspiration?
Okay. One, I'll say inborn. I like venturing. I like venturing, and because of the goal, I keep on researching that I may achieve my goal. So I am inspired by the things that are ahead of me, and especially there is one thing that made me think of helping women. In the nearby town where I send, it is about 60 to 50 kilometers from my home area. I found my friends from my region begging on streets. So they were just begging food because we had not harvested for quite some time. And I was touched, very much touched, because of the behavior of these women. I thought maybe they would be injured in this town. They don't know anyone in this town. They would even maybe get a lot of charges in the town because they would even sit on the streets, beg some food, and then drop the phones to the children. That is why I thought of filling that gap, that let me not see a mother like me begging on street, and the children are waiting for this food to be brought home for them to cook. So I was actually inspired by that gap. That gap is too big, and there are gaps that touches you as a woman, and then you feel that if you are able to maybe assist in any way, you can assist. And I came to realize that even if these women come and they are given food, it is always good to teach them how to fish other than giving them this fish. So that is why I've been inspired by giving them a sustainable project that we can at least curb the insecurity of the food and movement of the women from one region to the other region, where they are really turned down by other ethnic groups. They are really despised, and that is what inspired me. Yes.
That's so inspiring.
Yes.
Yeah. It's so nice to just hear your willingness to be better and to make a better surrounding and to make a better society and community for you, and I assume your children and for all the women around. It's so inspiring.
Yes, thank you.
Totally. Oh, Jen, do you have any last questions, last reflections, last comments to make?
Well, she just mentioned maybe making chores sometimes. Is this like a project you've been working on, or this is like a long-term due project?
Sorry, come up again.
Oh, sorry. You said you would like sometimes to do some tours for people to visit the site, right?
Yes.
Yeah. I guess this is to raise funds.
Yes, right? Yes.
Okay, so is this a project you've been already working on, or this is to be planned in the future?
Okay. You're talking of the race, the marathon. You're talking of the marathon. Okay, so I have not done it. Sorry.
Okay, I think there are like two questions there. You mentioned the marathon to raise money. I think Jay is talking about, because we're having some technological issues now. She's talking about the tours that you mentioned that you were planning on organizing to visit people just to come and visit all the project. So I think that Oja, I just go back to you.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Because we've been doing this project depending on the rain season. So I was saying, the moment that we are going to get our boreholes, people will be coming to see our project because we shall be having very nice value chain that we shall be planting, different value chains. So that time people will be visiting our farms and they really like and enjoy it. So for the marathon, I have not done marathon before, but I have now an idea for people to run, maybe to close the gap, the digital gap in women. So it will just be an event that I'm going to invite your friends, to invite institutions. When they come and participate in selling their, like we say, insurances, when they come and sell their, they sell the insurances, they can also maybe give us some funding, little funding to enable us maybe bring into reality our dream of maybe drilling wells. So it shall be a small event, but whatever it produces, it will maybe help us someplace. So I have not done it before, and this project we have been doing farming, we have been doing in normal seasons. We have been doing farming, agribusiness in normal seasons, like in Gadam, sorghum, like sunflower farming, those are the main things that I am specialized with. Gadam, that is sorghum for brewing beer. We have been selling to another brewery company around, and it has been good to us. Those are the main ones that earned some cash. So that is how it is.
Oja, you want to just ask something else?
No, I think it's okay. No.
Okay, fantastic. So Sarah, so nice meeting you. So nice to just observe the power and the strength that you have, and it was really enriching to just hear from everything that you say. So we wish you definitely the best on the projects. We will keep up. Let's see, in some time further and ahead, we can just keep up to see how you're doing, how the project is advancing and progressing, which I'm sure it will be in a very steady way and strong way. So on behalf of Coachability Foundation, on behalf of me, so really much thank you, and we really appreciate it, your time and your good energy to just explain your wonderful project.
Okay. Thank you very much, Monse. Thank you very much, Uji, for your time, for your bye.
Thank you. It was a pleasure. Bye. Take care.
Pleasure. Bye. Okay.
Bye.